Nathan Aspinall, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me how you feel right now.
You have no idea. Emotional. I've had a terrible 6 months. Obviously, so much stuff's gone on. Public, everyone knows that. Obviously, injury and stuff like that. You know, it was only a couple of weeks ago. I'm thinking I'm ever going to play at this standard again. You know, people talking operations, this, that, and the other. And I had some good news a couple of weeks ago, and my head just got clear, and I had a good run last week. And I've put so much work in over the last 3 or 4 weeks to try and get back to how I used to play, and this means the world. You know, to be fair, I've had a couple of good games today. No one's really thrown that well against me, to be honest with you, which I'm happy about. But yeah, just to win a tournament again, to get that winning feeling. It's been a long time.
Well, it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. It's been 2 years. You've made 3 finals since then, lost them all. But it's irrespective of that. Even though you hadn't been winning titles for 2 years, you'd been doing bits on the telly. You'd been competitive. You're one of the world's top players. But these last few weeks and months, how hard has it been? Because you genuinely thought your career might be coming to an end.
Honest to God, like my manager, my family, my friends know how bad it's been. It's like, you know, just before Germany, the Pro Tours, I found out on a Thursday that the tears got worse in my tendon, and the operation is the only way that I'm ever going to play darts again. And then I'm like, really? Like, and then I went to see the surgeon, and he's like, well, we don't need to do the operation, we need to do this, that, and the other. And it's been, mentally wise, you know, it's been such a challenge. And, you know, like I say, I had some good news that, you know, hopefully a steroid cortisone injection should sort it out. But, you know, irrelevant of the wrist, you know, my own demons in my head. You know, it's been, like I say, it's been 2 years since I won a tournament. You doubt yourself, am I good enough to be with the boys? You know, obviously missing out on the Premier League. You know, they've got the World Series coming out. You know, I'm not going to be in there. It's hard, you know, when you've been up there, and then all of a sudden you come crashing down. It's very tough mentally, but now the last couple of weeks I've put so much effort and time in, and you know, I'm reaping the rewards, and yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon.
Look, everybody knows your incredible story. It was winning one of these events when, let's be honest, you didn't have £2 to rub together, and within 6 months of that, you're a world semi-finalist and a major champion. Turn your life around. You know, you've got a life and a house and everything else. Everything's sorted. But 2 months ago, say, when they're saying you might have to have 6 or 9 months out and you might not be able to throw, that's taking all that away from you, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, obviously us as dart players, you know, we're very lucky, and you know, we earn a good living from it. But yeah, like I say, a couple of months, well, even 3 or 4 weeks ago, I'm going, you know, am I coming back? Am I ever going to play? I was struggling. I was snatching like so much, you know, my arm was everywhere. And I'm doubting myself. You know, I love this. I've got the best job in the world. You know what I mean? I've got so many good friends, and you know, there's so many people out there would love to be in my position, and you know, that could have very easily been taken away from me, and that's what was hard. But you know, I had some good news a few weeks ago about the wrist, and I've been working so hard since then, and yeah, it's paying off.
It's still an issue though, isn't it? I mean, I can see
look at the colour of it.
Bright red.
It glows.
Right there.
It's like a Disney film, isn't it? It's glowing.
But I mean, when you made the final last weekend on Sunday, lost out in a very good final with Ryan Sill, you couldn't throw again for 3 days after that, could you?
No.
So it's still an issue, even though this is really good news. It's still an issue.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, the tears are still there. They're going to be there probably 12, 18 months, and you know, you've got to let them heal in their own time. But it's basically, in a nutshell, it's my 2 bones. When I'm throwing, they're rubbing together. So an injection in there, I'm in there week on Tuesday. That should sort it. Worst case scenario, they'll shave a little bit of bone off and I'm out for 4 weeks. And hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, you know, I'm in a lot of pain, but at the end of the day, it's sport. You know, these things happen, and you know, there's so many players that have been through. Look at Gezi, you know, he's going through it at the moment. It's hard. We play a lot. And these injuries are going to happen, and it's how you deal with it mentally. And to be fair, the first couple of months I didn't deal with it very well, but I'm coming back now, and I'm just happy to play in some good stuff.
Well, look, the standard that you've produced over the start of this year, I mean, look, it's taken me by surprise. I was kind of writing you off, to be honest, mate. But
writing me off?
Well,
Dan Dawson.
I didn't think you could do what you were doing. I just genuinely didn't. I'm not sure you did you? I mean, the semi-final at the Euro Tour, to make the final playing the way you did last weekend, and then to go and do this, and also saving your best performance for your darts dad and smashing Andy Bolton off the ball. That's just rude, isn't it?
Darts, Daddy, I love that. Yeah. Yeah. To be fair, I got I dedicate this one to Andy because he kept me starting my day. Because I was rubbish before that. But nah, it's the game's there. Last week I played a hell of a lot better than I did today. But Ryan was fantastic, and actually all I wanted to do was win so I could speak to you. It's been a while, pal. It's been a while.
It has been a while. Well, does the last 2 weeks, with the news you've heard from the doctors, the way you've played, and getting your first title for a couple of years, this must change everything for you, and you must be looking at the rest of the year with the match play and the Grand Prix and all these tournaments that you are very, very nicely placed to qualify for. I mean, you could be carrying like this, you'd be a seed for a lot of these things. But if you look at the rest of the year, you must have a completely different mindset from what it was just a fortnight ago.
Yeah, I think obviously after last weekend, since I've been playing darts on the BDC, I don't think I've ever thrown how I threw on Saturday and Sunday, and I still didn't win. That shows how good this is, you know what I mean? But I still didn't win, but I went away with confidence, like you said, a couple of days off because my arm was in bits. But yeah, I know I'm a good player. I know I'm a Premier League player. I'm a top 8 in the world player. Obviously, I've had a lot of stuff go on over the last few months, but at the end of the day, it's a game of darts, it's my job, and like I say, now my mentality, my head is so clear. I'm focused on my game, and all I want to do is get back up like I was 2019, winning tournaments, which I've won one today for the first time in 2 years, winning TV tournaments or challenge for him. I won't be back in that Premier League. I'm going on holiday, put it this way, on Tuesday, I'm going on holiday because I cannot watch the Manchester Premier League because all I want to do is play the Premier League in Manchester. But, that's what I want. I want to get back in the Premier League, back in the World Series. And, I know what the board think of me, and it's down to me to put the results in, and all I can keep doing is try my hardest. And if I keep winning tournaments, I'm going to put them in a position where they've got to put me back in everything, which is what I want.
Well, look, it's been another astonishing weekend of stories here on the Pro Tour. Nathan Aspinall back off his hospital bed and winning titles for the first time in 2 years, beating only the third Canadian ever to make a ranking final in the PDC, Matt Campbell. We've had all sorts of incredible performances this weekend, the highest average of the year so far from Luke Humphries, but this man is back and he is winning and everything's okay. And we won't see you now until one of the Euro Tours later this year. We got Pro Tour next month, middle of next month. You going to do that?
Have
a little rest.
I'm going to pull out. I'm not in Munich, so I'm going to go Tenerife.
Work on the tan. The Steve Beaton approach to darts. It served him well for 3 decades. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Well done, pal.